I want to talk to you about the importance of education administrators and their job to influence our students today. Not only our students, but the staff in which we are responsible for leading. I was reading a book, Closing the College Completion Gap, a guidebook for faith community. And reading that book, it was saying that over the last 4 decades, jobs that require no college level knowledge or skills are rapidly disappearing. What does that mean? That means that in the old days where you could get a job easily without a college education, those jobs are now disappearing. So what does that mean to us as educators? It means that we have to take an active role in encouraging our students to go forth and achieve their goals in obtaining college education. You say, why is this important? This is important because we as educators are mentors to our students. We as educator administrators are mentors to the staff that we lead. We must first have compassion to our students. Our students don't care about what we know until they know that we care. So we have to make sure that we are demonstrating a balance between compassion and demanding excellence from their work. We communicate to our students attention. Our students must know that we give attention to them. We are not just there just punching in a clock. We're not there just to fulfill our own agenda, but our life's calling from God is to make sure that we do everything in our power and everything in our God-given ability to make sure that that student achieves their goal. How do we do that? We do that with compassion as one, as I mentioned earlier. Having compassion means putting ourselves in a situation where we can be able to demonstrate our Christ life, demonstrating the fact that we are Christians. A lot of times you don't have to talk to a person and say, oh, I'm a Christian, but it's how you live your life. And even if you say you're a Christian, they're going to look at how you live your life. So you're a Christian, but then, you're treating people bad. You're moody, you're angry. Nobody wants to be around a person that's angry, but yet they say they're Christian, or someone that's looking down at them, pointing a finger at them, telling them how bad they are and how they're never going to be anything. Nobody wants to be around that. They want to be around people who are going to encourage them, who are going to motivate them, and say, hey, I was a sinner. I was a person that was away from Christ, but God sent someone my way to minister to me and show me a better life, and this is what I want to do for you. And sometimes you may not necessarily say in those exact words, but you can show this demonstrated in your actions. You can demonstrate love. I'm here not because you asked me to be here. I'm here because I want to check on you. I'm here because I want to call you and see how you're doing. I'm not just checking on you to 9 to 5 or 8 to 4. I'm checking on you after hours to show you that I really care about your well-being, and not only your well-being in education, but your well-being as a human being, as a person. So, as educator administrators, we can show compassion through making sure that the students secure the goals and the skills that they need to be able to accomplish the task. As a person that teaches GED classes and tutoring adult literacy students, and also tutoring students in grades K through 12, I understand the importance of making sure that the student understands the basic skills that they need. This basic skills is a foundation. If they don't have the foundation, they will not be able to achieve their goals. So making sure that they understand it is taught with simplicity and understanding. It's broken down in simplicity and understanding. We want to make sure that we have our relationships. Again, I mentioned before, we're establishing them showing the love of God. We want to make sure that we can establish those relationships in our communities, in our churches, even if we are in a situation where it's a secular environment, we can still show the love of God. And this is so important to our students. So I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come out. And I just want to leave you with this. As a man thinketh, so is he. As a man thinking in his heart, so is he. So if a person thinks in their heart that they are a failure, they're going to go forth and move forth in decisions that lead to failure. If they think in their heart they're a success, then they may fail sometimes, but they're going to eventually get to the point where they are moving forward to achieve their goals because they don't fail in their heart. So what we have to do is make sure that we as educators are letting our students know that they are not failures and that they can achieve their success. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming. God bless.